Welcome back to episode 2 of Millennial Money. This week I'm going to share with you my 4 tips on how to save big money buying sports cards. So let's get into it. If you saw my first video, I share with how I got this Yordan Alvarez for almost 50% less than what they're currently going for on eBay. So let's start with this one. Tip number 1, looking for misworded listings. One thing to understand when you're first starting out buying sports cards, a lot of cards will start off with what you call a base. A base is pretty much you just see the picture of the athlete with a little background. Not much else is there. That's called a base card. You'll see some cards that say chrome on them. Those are a little bit higher than a base. Then you've got other ones where, as you can see, this one really has some really cool features on it. This is called a refractor. Refractors tend to go for more than a base or a standard chrome. That's how I actually found this card. The title is so long that it actually doesn't fit in the description for the grading title. It's a Bowman Mega Box Mojo Refractor. Now the seller of this card made the mistake of not putting Mojo Refractor in the listing. So when it was being bid on or not being bid on, it's because people thought it was just a standard base card. Huge savings for you. If you can find a card that is missing that vital information that shows that this card is more than a base card, you can land a huge, really good deal. So like I said, I knew this card was a Mojo Refractor. It was not in the listing. It was not in the description at all of the card. So it was being bid on as if it was a base card, and it's not a base card. It usually goes for $40 to $50. I got this for $19. Tip number 2, look for listings with bad pictures. Now you're not usually gonna find this from an experienced seller, like someone who actually does this for a living. You're mainly gonna find this from a newbie or someone who just wants to make a quick flip on a card. Most cases, if you see a listing with a bad picture, it's not going to get a lot of bids on it. So that takes me to this Pete Alonso Topps Chrome Prism Refractor. This listing was missing the Prism Refractor in the title, and it was also a really bad picture. With the picture that the seller took, you couldn't even see that it was a cool Prism Refractor. Again, it looked like a base card. So the seller chose just to use really bad lighting. They just took a quick picture and didn't get all the really cool details. You see how it just shimmers like that? They didn't get all the really cool details that makes this more expensive and more valuable than a base Topps chrome card. I didn't actually wait for this listing to end. This seller also had the buy it now offer, and I offered $30 less than what the usual Prism Refractors go for, and I was able to get it $30 less. Tip number 3, buy in bulk. Now there's 2 ways you can buy in bulk. Number 1, you can look for listings that sell as lots. With a lot, the seller is going to put 4, 5, 10, however many cards they have. They're going to just sell it all in one bundle. When you break down the price, they're going to end up, each individual card is going to end up costing less than if you were to just buy one card. If you're not interested in buying 5 or 10 cards, don't look for those lots. But usually when you find lots of 2, 3, 4, you can usually get really good savings. So yes, you are spending more, but per card, it's not going to come out as much. The second way you buy in bulk is you find a seller who's selling one card, but they have multiple quantities. So you're gonna go into a listing for one card, but when you click on the listing, it'll give you the option to add more quantities. So that's how I was able to get this Jason Tatum rated rookie in the red and yellow print for $35 less than what they normally go for. So this is a really cool card too. I really like Jason Tatum. He's already a superstar in the NBA, but he's a really young guy. This is one of these young guys that's really gonna take on the NBA superstar legacy, you know, as the older players just start to retire. This is one of those guys. Guys like Jason Tatum, guys like Trae Young, John Morant. These guys are the future of the NBA. So it's really good to invest in them now because these rookie cards are only going to be worth more in the future. So with this particular listing, I saw that this person had this card listed for $95. Now $95, $100 is what they usually go for. When I clicked on the listing, I saw that the seller gave you the option to add more than one to your purchase. So I went in, it was listed for $95. I offered $65 for one card. Of course they declined that, it's pretty low, but they came back at $70. And I was thinking, they've got 3. Why don't I do this? I put in an offer on all of them and just wrote in the message, I'll take all 3 for $65 each. And they accepted. So instead of spending $285, if I would have bought each one of these cards individually, I bought all 3 for $195. So I saved $90 buying these 3 cards together in bulk. You might be thinking that's crazy that the seller took a $30 hit per card on this, but you never know what the seller bought the card for. This person could have bought this card for 15, 20 bucks. So selling it for $65 is still a big profit for them. And if they have someone willing to buy all of their stock at once, making a quick profit, you never know, guys. You just gotta go in and try. If it's a card you want, if it's a player you want to invest in, just try. All right, so last tip number 4. Look for eBay discounts. Now, I've been buying and investing in sports cards for a couple months, and it's safe to say that at least once a month, eBay will email you or they'll have some type of promo going on for at least 10% off your purchase. In February, this was 10% off 2 purchases. Any type of purchase on eBay, they gave you 2 10% off discount codes. In March, I got an email specifically for sports cards, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that. They sent me an email specifically for those types of listings for 10% off. Now, 10% isn't a lot, but if you can use the first 3 tips I shared with you, if you can save 30% and then add another 10% off, if you can save 40%, add another 10% to that, now we're talking big savings, guys. So that's what I got for you guys. Tip number 1, look for misworded listings. Tip number 2, look for listings with bad pictures. Tip number 3, buy in bulk. Tip number 4, look for those eBay discount codes. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to get more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Millennial Money, episode 2. Have a good one.